I better be careful with how I answered this. I can already tell. I better be real careful. I'm Tamara and you're watching the Tamara Neely Show. I want to welcome back all of my returning subscribers, and if you're new here, I want to let you know I'm happy you're here. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. I posted a anonymous questions link on my Instagram story, and I guess all my Instagram posts also are posted on Facebook, so Facebook as well. Just asking you guys to ask me any questions that you have. I haven't really done a get to know you type of post before on YouTube, and so I thought I'd do something a little bit different. And to be honest, I'm a little bit surprised by your questions. I'm just gonna be honest. I was kind of expecting for you guys to ask me like, what's my favorite color, or, you know, what's my favorite music genre, or, you know, stuff like that. But it's clear to me that y'all had other things in mind. So we're gonna go ahead and answer your questions. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. Yeah, we're doing this. I've been procrastinating for like, I posted that link originally 2 weeks ago. Then I reposted it and I shared it on my YouTube page too, because I was like, okay, 6 people asked questions. That's not really worth a video being made about. And so I posted it again, and I was procrastinating because of the questions y'all asked me. But anyways, we're about to get into it. First question. Have you ever flirted with someone you shouldn't have? That's really a weird question to ask someone, which kind of makes me wonder if whoever wrote this is thinking that I was flirting with them. Probably wasn't. So I'm gonna have to say no. Second question. Are you the jealous type? No. I'm that type that if there's something on my mind, best believe you'll know. You'll know. So I would not say that I am the jealous type. I don't even know. Like I said, these questions were so weird. Some of them, most of them were weird, but I'm answering them. This wasn't a question, this was just a comment. It says, you're the type to not reply to people. Yeah, that's true. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm working on that. God is still working on me. I try my best to respond to everybody, but sometimes I do fall short, and I don't mean to not reply to people, but sometimes it does happen. I wonder how well this person knows me, honestly, because that's not a lie. Okay. So here's another comment. I'm from Brazil, and I'm very happy with President Trump's victory. In 2026, Brazil will elect Jair Bolsonaro. Hold up. Bolsonaro? I think that's how you say it. And then it says, God bless America. Yes. God bless America. Thank you. And shout out to you, Brazilian subscriber. You're awesome. I love Brazilians. One of my closest friends is from Brazil. And yeah, I hope that, yeah, thanks for your comment. I appreciate it. Okay. Next question. What friend is always at the top of your inbox? I would have to say the friend who's always at the top of my inbox is definitely my friend Zoe. Her and I will go without seeing each other for a solid month or 2. But we definitely stay in contact on social media and randomly send each other stuff. She sends me like different things, like giveaways and just fun stuff. She's really into Pinterest, and she's very artsy, and so she shares stuff with me, and I like them. So I would say she's definitely the friend who's always at the top of my inbox. Love you, Zoe. Okay, next question. Who do you love to hang out with most? I better be careful with how I answer this. I can already tell. I better be real careful. Treading on thin ice right now. I got my Stanley Cup, by the way. I approve. I approve. I went to go to the gas station, got some ice before I came home. Yes, this water is hitting differently. 10 out of 10 recommend. I don't know if it's just me, but lately I have been craving, like my cravings have just been so wild. Like I'm not even a foodie. I'm not that type of person who's just like, oh, I'm craving this food. I want to go to this restaurant. Like I don't really, that's not how I think about food. For me, food is mainly survival. And every now and then I do like desserts and I like sweets. But I'm not a foodie. I wouldn't describe myself as that. And so, but lately I feel like I've just been eating everything in sight. It's just like, and I think that has something to do with the time zone change. It's colder outside. I feel like I'm a bear now, ready to go into hibernation. Just all the things. And I love this time of year because it's time to hang out with my family, eat good macaroni and cheese. Thanksgiving is it's later this week, so I'm already thinking about what I want. I went to Sam's and I bought some of their baked macaroni and cheese. Girl, when I tell you, it is so good. I love Sam's. Okay, who do you love to hang out with most? I don't know. Because I hang out with quite a few different people and it usually, I don't know. I like hanging out with multiple people. And I'm not just saying that to say it. I really do like hanging out with quite a few different people. I think I have very interesting friends from all different backgrounds, cultures, and they just honestly just teach me something every single time I hang out with them. And yeah, it's just like there's nobody I like hanging out with more than another person. And I'm not even just saying that. But it's like I feel bad for not saying a person or saying it, because it's like I know y'all are like, that's boring. Say who you really like hanging out with. And I'm just like, there's nobody that I really love hanging out with over anyone else. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. How many people in your DMs? I would say probably like, I don't know how to answer that because there are certain people in my DMs that I'm not interested in. So I would say people in my DMs that I'm interested in, very slim to none right now. Now, I will say that, that's what I'll say. I'll just say there's basically nobody. Let's just keep it at that and keep going, okay? Okay, so this is interesting too. I almost feel bad answering some of these questions because I wonder if the people asking me these questions hope I say their name. And so if you're that type of person, or maybe you send me a question and you're just like, I'm hoping she says it's me, I'm sorry because I don't want to disappoint, but I'm just answering these questions as honestly as I can, okay? Who's the first person you think of in the morning? The first person I think of in the morning is Jesus, 110%. And, usually I wake up in the morning, I say the same thing every single morning. I always say, thank you, Jesus. Every single morning I wake up, that's my first thing that I say. So I would say that he's the first person I think of. Okay, let's go to the next question. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the like button if you haven't already. What do you believe is the solution for southern border in order to allow migrants who will contribute to American society? So I think that the solution to the southern border crisis is legal immigration. And that's what I'll say. I think is the solution to it. I think that there are that's just how it goes. You know, when I look at other countries, they're not very hands off. They're not laissez-faire when it comes to their border policies, and I don't think the U.S. should be either. This is an interesting question. Are you saving yourself for marriage? That one I'm gonna say TMI. TMI. I won't say yes or no to that question just because I was thinking about if I was going to answer that question, and I was like, is that really anybody's business? Is that really? Except for my future husband. That's his business. And that's the thing, is I'm very much so that type of future wife who understands privacy, and so I will protect my own privacy and respect my privacy and my family's privacy. So I feel like if I were to eventually talk about that topic, it would be probably when I'm engaged or married. But I don't think in this season of my life it's really something that I would want to talk about on the internet, just because I think that I am a respectable young woman, and I believe in respecting myself and the dignity that I have. And when you talk about certain topics like that, you have to really think about the consequences that can come from it. And I've talked about sex on this channel before because I've done the Rachel Lindsay Brian Abasolo review. But if you notice, I really talk about their life, their story, and I talk about the book that I read, which was For Women Only. So I just try to make sure that I protect my information and honor myself and my future spouse. What you doing right now? Right now I'm talking to you guys. Yep. Before this, I went to Crumble Cookie, and that was really good. So enjoyed that. What's your biggest fear in life, and what's your biggest aspiration? My biggest fear in life. Biggest fear in life. I would say my biggest fear in life is I fear God. I think that probably sounds weird to some people, but I think you have to have a healthy fear of God, because he is the God of righteousness. He's a jealous God, as the Bible tells us. And so my fear would be putting anything above him and him making sure that I never did that again. So that, I think we all should have a healthy fear of who God is. And what's your biggest aspiration? I think my biggest aspiration would be becoming a wife and a mom, hopefully one day. I could see myself being a mom, and that's something that I think about, and I hope that I'm able to become one day, and a wife. It would be amazing to have children and to raise them to have great values and love God, love this country, love their family, their friends, their community, to leave a legacy bigger than myself, because one day I won't be here. And, you know, I think leaving a legacy would mean a lot. And that's something that I constantly pray about, and think about, and just ask God to really lead me and guide my steps as I make life decisions, because I think that it's so easy as a young person to really get focused on just your career and making money and thinking that that's gonna really make you happy. But I've learned that money doesn't buy happiness. And there's, I think, the meaning of life has a lot to do with your faith, your family, your community, and the meaningful work that you do. So I hope my biggest aspirations would be definitely starting a family, and also just doing meaningful work, doing things to help people, because I think that helping people is what life is about, and serving God. So this is another comment we got. I remember almost 4 years ago, you called me handsome. Always gonna remember it. Wish you the best and hope we reconnect one day. Oh, well, you're very handsome. All right. I hope we connect too, and I know who this is. I remember you. We met in Miami, and I just want to say that you are a wonderful young man, and I know that one day you're going to make someone really happy. So you keep being you. Okay? All right. Here's another one. How often do you text with your BSF? I want to say that means your best friend. I'm not really a texter, hence the comment before about I don't reply to people, which is totally unintentional. Just like the fact that I'm typically, no, I won't say that about myself, okay. I would say that I'm not really a texter very much, so I text people like maybe, it kind of depends, honestly. I'm more so like, I don't really text my best friends a lot. I more so text them if we have plans. Hey, are we good to meet such and such time at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. or whatever. But I don't really text my best friends very often. So I would say maybe once a week to 2 times a month, honestly. But I do hang out with quite a few people weekly, so I would say that, like I said, I'm not a texter. But anyways, somebody else said, what you doing right now? Talking to you. I guess maybe that person texted me twice. Okay. So this question is, would you ever get with a friend? Would I ever get with a friend? It depends on who we're talking about. Potentially. I would say that I don't usually have guy friends. I'm not really a girl who has a whole lot of guy friends. That's just not my thing. I've learned that boundaries are so important. And yeah, I just try my best to be respectful. And I think that I have plenty of girls that are my friends, who are my friends, and we have great times. But I guess, would I ever get with a friend? Sure, maybe. It really depends on who the friend is. But I don't know of anybody off the top of my head. But maybe, yeah. If you're a friend, you should probably shoot your shot. I don't know. I'm just saying. Well, that was all the questions. I thought I got a question on my Instagram, but I can't find the question. And that sucks because I think somebody did message me. I don't know where their question went, and I didn't get to screenshot it, so I apologize if I did not get to your question. But I think I answered quite a bit of them, and yeah, got to know me a little bit more. I hope you got your questions answered. Maybe I'll do that again sometime, and yeah, if you don't hear from me, I want to say happy Thanksgiving. I'm about to spend the rest of my evening eating this pumpkin pie. I don't know if you guys can see it really well, but this nice pumpkin pie from Crumble Cookie, because around this time of year I like to go to Crumble Cookie and see what they got. I was thinking this was going to be a pumpkin pie cookie, not an actual pumpkin pie. So I was surprised when I got home and I'm like, wow, this is an actual pumpkin pie, but I'm excited. Thought I'd treat myself a little bit. And I made myself some tea as well. I hope that you're spending good time with your family and Remember that you're so loved. You're so very loved. I don't want you to ever forget that. If you don't hear it today, I love you. You're loved. I say that every time. I try to always say I love you before. I say I love you guys before I leave because most people don't hear that. So before we leave though, I have a question for you. What's your favorite pie? Is it apple, strawberry? Is there a strawberry pie? I think there is. Cherry, chocolate. I would say mine is either pumpkin or what is that other one? Pumpkin or sweet potato pie. Okay, so let me know what your favorite pie is. Happy Thanksgiving to you. If I don't see you, thank you for asking me your questions. I surely appreciate it. I love you guys so much, and you'll hear from me soon, okay? Bye.